everybody. We'll go ahead and get started back up. A couple things I didn't address this morning when we first got started, but just to let you know, we are recording all of this. So once we get settled back down after the meeting, then we'll try to have them separated out into little sessions, and I'll put them on the website, have them available for everybody to review afterwards. So all the slides and everything. I've seen the phones go up, which I'm bad about doing when I go to presentations too, and taking pictures of the slides and stuff, but we will have that available for you on the website. And I've got a sign-in sheet, and unfortunately my second page didn't get copied, so you're missing a lot of names on here, and I did have you down, so I'm going to pass these back around to make sure that everybody gets a chance to sign in, so I can verify everybody's here. I think I recognize everybody that was on the list and said they were coming, but I'm going to send these back around, and we'll get started here now with Eileen Battles.
Good morning, everyone. Got to adjust the microphone to Eileen height here. Okay, so I know I'm talking to a lot of seasoned veterans regarding the portal, but I think there's a few things that are worth reminding you, and then I wanted to let you know of some changes to the expenditure reporting coming up after the first of the year. So let's just go and get logged in here.
Was that recorded? Oh, jeez. I'll change my password.
Okay, as I log in, I'm telling everyone that I have a lot more menus than everyone, because I can see all the different menus available. As you can see, we have a lot of modules available on the portal. So just a reminder that anytime you have a new staff member coming in, or a change of staff, or a change of address, or job title, or anything like that, please have everyone come in and update their user profile. This way, we just make sure we have your contact information updated. This is what we used to send out those blast emails to, or any sort of notification. So the main thing I want to say here is, just make sure you let your staff know how to get logged in if you have someone new or changing job duty. And then I always like to highlight the outage notification. So in addition to keeping your information updated, once someone registers for a portal account, you're automatically added to email notifications in the event of an outage. But we'd like to encourage everyone to go into your user profile and actually add notifications for text and voice. So that is assuming that you're willing to provide a mobile phone number, and then also a number that we could leave a voice communication at. We found that's just the most effective way, that if there is a major event, that way you're notified through multiple channels. I know, we all generally check emails anymore, but now if I send an email to my kids, they're like, email? Who uses email? So I think the text is really the most effective way, especially in a major event, that you get the notification immediately and you know what's happening. And when you get those notifications, be sure to respond that you got the outage notification. So there's some prompt in the text or email, or however you choose to respond to it, that lets us know that you did receive the outage notification and that you're in the loop on the communication. So that was the main thing for that. Your information up to date. Okay, so for expenditures, as you can tell, we've changed things around a little bit. So now, expenditures, instead of having one page you go to with several tabs, each page has been divided into, each tab has been divided into its own page. And that's going to really help the expenditures. There's a lot of information on those tabs, so this will help it load quicker for you. And I'll just kind of guide you through how this is going to look. So now you go to expenditure menu. And for example, you'll start with revenue and balance. And obviously it still takes a little while to load. And so you'll fill this out, and we've got little prompts on the right side to help guide you through the process. So you won't see all the tabs at top, but you can say, okay, I'm done with this particular revenue and balance information, so then I can click on go to expenditures. So you could click at this point to go to expenditures, or you could go back up to the expenditures tab and select it at that point. So either way, it'll guide you through the process. We're kind of hoping this is a little more fluid of a process versus the tabs, and because we wanted to add something to it, which I'm going to get to, that's why we decided to break this out, because it allows for a lot more future flexibility and growth with the expenditures, and making sure we have all that content for you. So again, it continues to prompt you. Once you get to a page, fill out that information, see your totals below, and then it'll continue to prompt you for the next item. So you should be familiar with all these particular tabs. The one part I really want to wanted to talk about today, if I get over there too, is PSAP profile. So this will be something new required for the next year for submitting your expenditures. What we've done here is working with Scott Moore, we've tried to combine a few things here. So we're not constantly hitting you up with, oh, I need you to fill out this survey for an FCC or a KCC related item, or oh, I've got some security information, some security audit information I want you to fill out. Can you send that, fill this out and send it back to me? So we thought, can we capture all that here annually when you're doing the expenditures anyway, so that we can get all that completed at once, or you're not just getting hit up constantly with more questions of how do you do this or can't do these things. So the first thing would be, of course, if you're logged in for a single PSAP, you'd automatically be populated for your PSAP. And then you just have to select as your PSAP currently on the statewide call handling system or not, so as a yes or no. So once you select yes, or whichever one you select, this will bring up a list of questions. So as you can see, as you start going through them, we try to make it, we're still kind of testing this out right now, but we try to make it as intuitive and as simple as possible that, you know, answer the question with a box, sometimes it's open text, there are questions about cost. Sometimes there's a toggle question, like we'll want to let you know, like for example, cybersecurity, yes or no, and then if yes, some additional information is needed. I think the first time through, you know, getting used to this, you know, I'll be honest, I think it will take you a little bit of time, but in the long run, I think it'll really save you time and not having to answer another survey from Scott or Lori about what do you do for this or this particular scenario. So just keep scrolling through here. So Scott and Lori compiled all this information from those various surveys to see what all we should put together. And anytime we had an option, if we had any other drop-down options, we would try to populate that. Like if we knew a list of providers or something that we could provide for you to kind of just standardize it. That way you're not having to open text type all that in. So let's see, then we get to security, and then some of these are just simple yes/no questions. So hope we can get through those pretty quickly. Let's see here, I think we're almost to the end. Yeah, and so then that's, so in this case, I know there's more than 12 questions because there's a lot of sub-questions in there. But then, you know, it's really 12 core questions. We've had the option that you could save for later if you can only partially complete it, and then indicate when you're finished and actually submit it. So this will be required as part of your expenditure reporting, the annual submission. Is there anyone here that's not on the hosted solution that I should run through that? Okay, I think everyone here is on. Oh, got one person. Okay, so I'll click over there so you can see those questions as well. So the idea here is, again, so if you're not on the solution, there's a different, I think there's just more specifically about your center than the hosted solution. So all this information, instead of it being sent via spreadsheet or something, it's all being compiled and entered into the database behind the scenes. So it's going to make it a lot easier for Scott to pull information out for reports or contact you about form information or things like that. So, so just want to make you aware this will add a little more time to your submission this year, but I think it's a good way to compile all up front rather than delaying and asking for you in a couple months of information. So that was kind of the reason for expanding this expenditures menu to this format, so that, you know, if there's another thing that comes up, like when Michelle was talking about, oh, maybe we can do some sort of a survey for the reclassification of telecommunicators. I was like, I don't know if it would sit here, but at least this allows for future expansion if we do need to add some sort of a survey topic or some sort of additional expenditure item or thing like that. So I talked to most of you at APCO about portal items, and we had some really good suggestions at APCO that we're working on how we can integrate some of those in the portal. So you never really should see any major changes in the portal, but you might see small tweaks here and there as we integrate those changes. But if you ever have a suggestion or comment, you could write on the cards on your table today, or feel free to contact me with any of that information. So that's really all I had, unless anyone has any questions about the portal or anything specific you would like to talk about. My presentation's nice and short. Okay, well, thank you very much, and feel free, I'll be here throughout the day, so if you have any other questions throughout the day, feel free to come and talk with me about that. All right, thank you very much. And ignore the password I typed in. All right. Lori.
I've enlisted Emily's help here with this piece out.